Okay, we're live. So I'm already following Chewy. Chewy and Marvel. They were playing some warm up against Juanet and Jay Killer. Pretty good warm up. Um, oh, I wonder. Let me check the score of the warm up series. It was 20-11 favoring Chewy and Marvel. Um, so the main event we're going to really, and by the way, not only is this a main event, this is like a back-to-back main event, a double header, if you were. So, for our first event, we have Chewy and Marvel, both national masters, versus Chickencrossroad and Zyxon, otherwise known as Firefly, both FIDE masters. This is the semifinals of the Bughouse World Championship, and immediately after that, well, I mean, depending how quick the first match goes, but potentially immediately after that, we have our other semifinals match, which is Grandmasters GSVC and Larso versus Grandmaster Penguin and International Master Wormpaka. And that's all coming to us real soon here. So, Scary Snakes, you disappeared for a year, and this has brought you out of retirement.
Oh yeah, I mean, when there's matches this hype, I can't not watch them. I'm very excited for this. So, who do you reckon is the favorite in these matches today?
I don't know. Many people considered it an upset when the previous round, Chewy and Marvel beat Little Plotkin and Blitzbullet, which came down to the wire. It was a 15-14 match and could have easily gone the other way. But in my opinion, the difference maker that previous match was, I mean, normally someone would say speed, but they're all super fast.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
so what was really the difference maker, I think, was Chewy and Marvel were more in practice because they had played more recently. Where Plotkin, I think, was a little bit out of practice, and Blitzbullet, he always tried to get in the mix, playing when he could, but not nearly as much as Chewy and Marvel, and not nearly as much with his BWC partner. So I really feel like being in practice benefited Chewy and Marvel. Um,
Yeah,
so Chicken. So similarly, I think Chewy and Marvel are going to be more in practice than Chicken and Zyxon. Don't get me wrong, Chicken plays a lot of Bughouse, and Zyxon plays a fair amount, but they don't necessarily play as much with each other. They did do some warm up matches. They did do a warm up session earlier today. I think maybe like 4 or 5 hours ago, something like that. Which I think Chicken streamed. Oh, by the way, that's a new development. I'm not sure if you're aware of Scary Snakes, but Chicken streams now. So
I
he,
was actually.
he may even be streaming this match. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's good to see Chicken stream, and always good to see more Bughouse streamer. Oh yeah, Bughouse player. That is the Scary Snakes voice that we're hearing. So yeah, I mean, I think I think this match, Chewy and Marvel are going to be the faster team. Chewy and Marvel are going to be the more in practice team. Uh, Chicken and Zyxon are certainly the more experienced team. And the watching a lot of Chicken streams, I can tell you that Chicken is very, very often multitasking. So he's making bets, he's standing up, walking around, um, chatting up with his stream, and not very focused. And his rating has taken a significant hit based on that. But I'm assuming that this match being the semifinals, that he is going to be planted on his chair, maybe tied to his chair, hopefully, not making bets, focused, and we're going to see higher level Chicken play. So
Oh,
it'll be interesting to
I
see.
definitely think that we're going to get the final form of Chicken today.
Say that again?
Oh, I definitely think we're going to get the final form of Chicken today. Like, I
Yeah,
think we'll be seeing the strongest version of him.
yeah. The fight. Is that like a Pokemon reference that he's gonna evolve to his final form, or What do you think?
Yeah, let's pretend I did that on purpose. Yes,
Okay.
definitely a Pokemon reference.
Okay. So, let me check the Discord. I'm not sure why we haven't started yet. Oh, Chewy says partner in bathroom. And that may be a good strategic decision because we're in for a long match today. Well, all previous rounds have been to 15. This is going to be to 25. So
Ooh, okay.
so this could, I mean, previous rounds often lasted 45 minutes to an hour. I would expect this, assuming it's not a blowout, to last more like hour 15 to an hour and a half. And I mean, potentially longer. I mean, we'll see how it goes. So we're in for a lot of buckouts here. But yeah, I mean, sounds like Marvel's made the decision to do a quick bathroom run before the series starts. Others may have decided to saddle up with some adult diapers. I'm not sure. We do allow breaks. So in fact, some Firefly was actually worried about doing everything all at once. He asked if he could do it over 2 sessions, and I told him I'm the arbiter of these particular groups, and I told him that's fine if they want to, but I think they're going to do it all at once. There may be some short breaks. We'll see.
So it's gonna be a real test of endurance today as well.
Yeah, it is. And I guess another story here is going to be how well the teams can evolve based on how the match is going. And that's something that historically Chicken is best at, is
Oh,
adjusting his
absolutely.
game based on what it seems like his partner needs in the opening. So the Chicken will change his openings to try to either trade less, trade more, get different pieces for his partner. So we'll see. Oh, Bughouse player saying they're ready, so that's good to hear. Saizan is saying maybe we lost Chicken, disconnection. Um, let me check. I don't think the game. I think I'm following Chewy, so it should pop up when the games start. Um, yeah. So apparently Marvel back from the bathroom, and now Chicken is missing in action. So a suggestion from Knight from Fix saying we should forfeit both teams because they have not started on time. I should mention, by the way, for those not aware of some previous, I don't know if I'd call it drama, but unfortunate circumstances in this tournament. So, first of all, uh, I guess I would call it drama that with group seeding, we decided on random seeding. So I just pressed a button based on all the people who qualified from the arenas, and it put them in random groups. And the concern was Group A was stacked. So Group A had Larso and Genna, it had Little Plotkin and Blitzbullet, and it had Katask and Jeffrey Zhang.
Oh
So
my goodness.
and wasn't only that there were more teams in that group, but those were the big three, and like many people favored those to be in like the top three of the whole tournament. So that was crazy in itself. And then some players got discouraged. They're like, why even play? Obviously, Katask and Jeffrey are going to win. So, like, why bother? But then, unfortunately, we had to forfeit Jeffrey and Katask because the matches weren't scheduled. And we, as arbiters, decided on the results of the match not based on who we think is the better team or the better players or the stronger players, but based on who makes more of an effort to schedule the matches. And unfortunately, in a few of these circumstances, the matches that weren't played, Jeffrey and Katask were just not as available because of other chess commitments. And I also felt like that they weren't proposing times that were doable for them but inconvenient, whereas like other teams were doing that. So we lost Jeffrey and Katask at the end of the group stage, and those were our two-time returning champions. So that kind of threw everything wide open for who may win this particular event. And yeah, so we'll see how it works.
Yeah, so it sounds like the calendar is the only player to ever beat Jeffrey and Katask before in a match, but someone finally did it.
So,
They've been dethroned.
say it again. Who did it?
Oh, it's like the calendar has defeated
Oh
them.
yes, the calendar. Well, we're starting the match here. Slow
Ooh,
Saxer says completely random seems like a poor way to assign groups. Yeah, this has been discussed. I mean, there's a trade-off between the simplicity of putting together the seed-ins for the organizers versus finding the fairest seed-ins. So we'll look at that for future years. Hopefully, we'll do a better system than that in the future. But that's the way it was done this year. So a rook would mate for Zyxon. That seems unlikely that Chicken can get a rook for him. So he's continuing. Oh, he's winning some pieces.
Yeah. He's winning a lot of pieces, and Chewy's king also is still not safe in this position. So
yeah, he's going to continue to win more pieces, it looks like. There's a lot of mate threats.
Yeah, bishop h4, very mature move, just holding on to knight and saying that black's king
Oh,
is
that's
still
a double check
incredibly
threat. Yeah, I would have played knight takes bishop immediately. I still think knight takes bishop is a good move. Knight takes bishop, queen takes. Marvel is attacking on his board. Marvel wants a rook, but don't really see a rook coming in the near future. Bishop takes knight could come. They've just resigned it. First blood goes to Chicken and Zyxon. Why is the left board not rated? Oh, long story. Chess.com hates me, basically. Chess.com considers me a new player because I've played 0 chess games. I have played over 70,000 Bughouse games, but every time I start a session, whether it is playing or watching, it does not show me ratings until I've played 5 games. So it's not going to show me ratings at all. Like, even if these guys play 5 games and I watch 5 games, it won't show me ratings. So we can see the ratings on the right board. You'll have to guess the ratings on the left board. Or maybe our co-commentator can reveal that information for us.
Let's see. We have Zyxon versus Chewy, and they're 24-60 and 25-25 respectively. And on top board, it's Chicken against Marvel, and Chicken is 25-12, and Marvel is 26-73. But with players of this caliber, the ratings basically mean nothing because there's no shot that Zyxon is 2400 strength.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Hey, P-Harv. So right now, there's just been one game played, which is won by Chicken and Zyxon. So our score is 1-0.
If Chicken survives this attack, I'm going to be tilted. There's no way. Surely he's dead here.
I mean, I thought knight at f2 earlier was just crushing, but okay, but this works even better. It looks like. Okay, a 1-1. We're all tied up. A lot of Bughouse left to go. Now Zyxon in a little bit of trouble early on. So a rook is bad for Zyxon, but other than that, he'll probably last. I think Zyxon uptime is sit-in to deprive Marvel of any blocker, and if he pushes g3, pawn at g2 could be a thing. But maybe the idea is to put something even on f2 and followed by like knight e4. There's some options for Chicken.
Yeah, I don't think I sit this all the way down if I'm Chicken and Zyxon.
Oh no, that would be a really bad idea because they are not the faster team.
Seconds, yeah, that time scramble is not going to favor them.
No. I think Marvel and Chewy don't fear any time scramble. With this team, at least.
Oh, wow. Marvel and Chewy make the first move here.
Okay, so Chicken wins the game of chicken.
I don't know if I agree with that decision. I think that Marvel's position is a lot harder to play than Chewy's here. I'm sorry, Marvel's a lot harder to play than Chicken's here.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. Chicken put a lot of pressure on Marvel.
Ooh, Marvel issuing a challenge to Chicken, daring him to checkmate him. We'll see if we can follow through.
I think Chicken will get this one done.
Marvel's actually covering a lot of the key squares.
Oh, wow. F5. That's an interesting move. bringing the rook
Oh
in the
yeah,
game.
very good. And now we
Maybe
can
a
get
knight at
g5.
g5. Yeah. Knight at g4. Oh, okay.
Oh, just beautiful attacking chess from Chicken here. F5 was so nice.
Oh yeah. So our score is 2-1, favoring Chicken and Zyxon. Oh, Chicken's king does not look happy. For those of you at home, Chicken has not developed his king's bishop. A position that is a snake we have in the commentary booth. And a scary snake at that.
I missed the name there. Was that Physician?
It is, yeah.
Oh man, what's up, Physician? Shout out to one of the truest of homies.
Now we get to see Zyxon's defense.
Marvel and Chewy deploying the rare double sack sit, but I actually think it's going to be very effective in this position.
I mean, if they win back the pieces, which it seems like they are, it's not much of a sack.
It was still, it doesn't retroactively become not a sack.
I think it does retroactively become not a sack. I mean, I very often see my partners to, like, they'll be sacked on and then they'll hang a pawn, and like bishop takes f7, and then they hang a pawn on like e4 or something. And I tell my partners, like, he did not sack on you, he traded with you, and now your king sucks for the rest of the game. Oh, I don't think Chicken can live through this one. Pawn mates Chicken. So Marvel is down time, but I still think queen at f2, queen f1, bring the knight in. It just seems pretty good. Oh, actually, knight at c4 is just winning immediately. Okay. 2-all. I think Chicken is going to need to adapt by playing safer openings, because that's just it's not working out for him.
Yeah, Marvel's very accurate at calculating mate, so he's really punishing Chicken when he gets into unsafe positions.
Yeah, I agree. So, Snakes, do you have any plans to go to any of these chess tournaments coming up, like World Open, anything like that?
I don't know, probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. I trust you're going to be at Worlds again this year.
Yeah, always.
Good.
Time is fairly even. Marvel, I assume, wants like a pawn or a knight for e7. Oh, that's
F5,
the queen sack.
okay.
That's a interesting
Fancy
move.
queen trade.
Yeah,
I like this. I think this queen trade is going to favor Chewy more on the second board.
I agree.
Although they both have weirdly safe kings. Like, there's a lot of pieces covering Zyxon's king on d1.
Yeah, I like pawn at g2 for Chewy. Oh, he's trying to bait the... This is a really nice move because knight at c3 was a threat. So Zyxon had to give up the queen. I really like Chewy's position a lot. Oh, rook mates for Marvel. So... or no, it doesn't. I'm sorry, the bishop covers.
I believe knight mates. Yeah, let's see. Knight
yeah,
mate.
yeah, knight at g6. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, that's an interesting variation.
We have to be careful of knight e2. Oh, our bishop covers way over there on b7. And Marvel thought of everything.
Yeah.
All right, so how do we not die here as Chicken? I guess we'll never find out.
Nope. Oh.
F3. I don't think Chicken will be taking your advice about playing.
No. I honestly, like, the other development, in addition to Chicken streaming, is True Player has started streaming. He's been streaming for, I don't know, like 8-9 months, something like that. And I think Chicken has been studying the True Player curriculum, which
believe Chicken just played knight f4. I just like I God, I wish I had balls that big. The worst part, he's like safe-ish now. He deserves to die for this. Like there's no way that people should be.
Regardless of whether chicken is safe or not, though, Marvel is safe. So like it doesn't matter. Even if chicken is safe in the short term, I mean he has no attack.
Over under, how many more times this match do you think we'll be seeing the move 1 f3?
Over under? I mean, let's see. We have what potentially like 40 games left. I think the over under would be, I would say 10 times, something like that.
10 times? If we see the move 1 f3 more than 9 times, you should cancel the entire tournament because
I
no one
don't
deserves to
think
win
I
at
have
that
the
point.
authority to do that. I'll check with the lawyers on that one.
I have faith in these players. We will see the move 1 f3 a total of 0 times for the rest of the match. I'm sure.
Midnight Fox, I don't think that 1f3 is a tilt from chicken. Chicken doesn't tilt, but it may be a troll. It may be a strategy to try to get Marvel off of opening book, but regardless of what we call it, I don't think it's a good idea for chicken. And chicken is completely dead. As someone who's been friends with chicken and watched chicken for decades, I could tell you, particularly from chicken's poker play, that and I mean he played poker professionally for a while. That when I say professional, I mean he made his living at poker. Made more than a 6-figure income. Not that he's making millions, but that he made a comfortable living. And his main asset in poker was not that he was necessarily the best at calculation or the best reader, etc. I think his main asset at poker was that chicken just doesn't tilt. And there's a lot of bankroll management is a huge thing in poker, and there's a lot of poker players who tilt, but chicken, he just doesn't tilt.
Yeah, no, I highly doubt that the move f3 was a function of tilt, and it could also be just a calculated risk, right? Because even if it's not objectively the best, if your opponent isn't prepared for this and you play it quickly, you could get a good position by surprise.
So, I guess, is that Horko? Says that I'm fond of 3 Bughouse player, meaning they simul. Not sure what he means by that. They're talking about 3-board Bughouse, I see. Yeah, 3-board Bughouse is a lot of fun to play over the board.
Yeah, this time scramble is very interesting because Marvel and Chewie both have the much harder positions to play despite being faster. Oh, and we're going to see a mate here from Chicken.
Yeah, mate in 1, and there it is. A Bughouse player says she's in a call with Chicken and Zyxon, and Chicken is not tilted. Yeah, I guess the more interesting question would be, what is the reaction of Zyxon when Chicken plays something like 1f3 or 1f6? Like,
Well, these
he
players have been
can't be
playing for a
happy with
while.
his partner when he sees that.
I think that Zyxon is going to trust that this was a calculated play. Although maybe you're right. Maybe Zyxon's like, what the hell are you doing? I would definitely be like, what the hell are you doing if my partner plays this move?
I was watching True Player's stream last night, and he was telling me that he basically keeps a list of people that like scream at him when he sacks his queen on move 2. And I mean, certainly I made that list, but he mentioned like a few other people.
Not only did you make that list, I'm pretty sure the list is called the Chuck Moulton Memorial List.
No, but I'm not the only person on that list.
Oh, absolutely.
And there were, I'm not going to name names, but there's some people on that list who are in my chat right now.
I'm upset that I'm not on the list, and I need to play with them just so that I can have the experience of making this illustrious list.
Yeah, man with head of dog is right. I have a command for that in my chat. Although that applies to random pool, not when I'm manually partnered. A random pool partner moves his F pawn, immediate block.
Is Chewy safe? Because I've been trying to figure out the answer to this question for the last like 4 moves, and I have no idea. I mean,
is Chewy? You're asking if Chewy is safe?
Sorry, is Zyxon
safe? That's a better question.
Yes,
I mean, knight at e5 or knight at g5 looks pretty good. I would say Chewy seems safe, so I think Chewy can take his time attacking. Now knight at h8 is another option.
See, rook mates for chicken here. Oh, bishop also made. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was Chewy's main problem, was not that he didn't have a good attack or good defense, but that he was constrained for basically every trade made at his partner. So our score is 4-4 now. We're all tied up.
This is a very neck and neck match.
It is so far. We'll see if the players are able to adapt and pull away as we get later in the series. We'll see if endurance kicks in and one of the teams is better at longer matches. Rook mates for Marvel. Marvel down time. I think Zyxon really needs to sit here because he wants to give that rook. He does give a queen. Chicken's in some trouble here.
Yeah.
Those dark squares look
very nice. I'm sorry, pawn h6 rather. Just completely ignoring the pawn on e4 because it would be suicidal for chicken to take his queen off this diagonal. These dark squares are going to be a problem. Chicken's done a nice job getting out of this.
He has, but I see 2 scary pawns in Marvel's hand, and every pawn that Marvel has is basically going to win a piece for the rest of the game, I think.
And Chu is putting those pieces to good use with a lot of pressure on the other board, but Zyxon's getting in. Hold on. Hold.
Knight is crushing for... Well, now knight or rook are good for Zyxon.
Is bishop at f7 not just mating here?
Oh, Zyxon is down a ton of time, though. Good find, bishop f7. Hold on. I'm getting a 10-minute match. So let's pause this to go ahead and block that person. And then we're going to go ahead and decline and go die in a fire.
This makes it turn slower, but I don't think that Marvel's going to have enough time to mate chicken here.
I think you're right about that. I think chicken will be able to defend this.
Ooh, wait, this is dangerous because after we take back where rook takes h7 ideas.
Yeah, maybe he will get it done.
Oh, very clutch from Marvel in that position.
Super clutch. So our score is 5-4, favoring Marvel and Chewy.
Yeah, I can't believe Chuck didn't believe he was going to mate him in that position. That's crazy.
Zyzon sacking, but he needs more material to get in there.
There's a lot happening right now. I believe all 4 players are attacking each other at the
Yes,
same time.
I think you're right about that.
Peak bug house. This is. Okay, so Marvel and Chewie are going to have the simultaneous. Both of us need to hold Rook until the end of time position. Except Rook is forced now. Because Chicken can take Rook on his turn, which means Chewie has to give Rook to survive here. So they're forced to sit this down. So I'm sure Zyzon and Chicken are looking for a way to trick them now.
Yeah. Knight at e7. Potentially gain some time for Chicken.
Yeah. This with Knight at e7 is maybe Marvel's getting to safety with King h7 there.
King h7, then you could take the Rook, promote to Knight. But I'm a evil person, so I would strongly consider the move pawn at e7, assuming that there's going to be a pre-move of take e7.
I need you to end the stream right now and go take a shower. That was disgusting. How do you live with a pawn at e7? I would be enraged if I pre-moved King h7 after pawn e7. I would retire from Buckhouse forever. Marvel's got a move.
Mouse flip by Marvel.
Yeah, but they're gonna flag here.
So we're all tied up, 5-5. I'm a little surprised he took the knight, but okay. Guess these guys may be better open opens than me. I saw a free pawn, so I would always take the free pawn.
I'm glad some things have not changed about the Buckhouse community. Ooh.
Okay.
Chicken is in. Marvel doesn't. There's no shot that Marvel survives.
Yeah, Marvel is dead. Marvel's best hope was that Chicken did not know how to promote tonight, but
Chewie does have a lot of material to chess here.
he does. And Zyzon does have some problems. If he takes that bishop, a queen is going to land on d1.
I like the decision from Marvel to stop here. You never want to play King c3 and allow Black to take the queen with check, because then that allows Marvel to, or that allows Zyzon to have a queen to chess with.
Yeah. No, I think the Chewie team is probably going to win this. I don't see a good defense for Zyzon.
Yeah, this is tough. Okay, goes with that. Okay, just trying to gain some time, but I don't. Yeah, this is simply just not going to be enough time here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Rook takes bishop is probably the best chance because there's not diagonals. You see a knight check, slide to h1. But, I mean, it's just a matter of a few more moves. Oh, that's pretty crushing.
On the pre-move, knight takes g3. Yeah, this is over. It is 93, queen c2.
Our score 6-5. Favor Marvel and Chewie. So, yeah, it was just too much material from the other board. Chicken did have a crushing attack, though.
There's been at least 4 of those games that easily could have gone to either team.
Yeah. Bughouse player in the Discord call with Chicken and Zyzon and says they sound very relaxed. Yeah, I mean, as I said, Chicken doesn't tilt. I don't think Chicken feels like he has anything to prove. I think he's just gonna play his best bug house.
Yeah, there are fireworks happening on the chicken board here. He sacked his queen to take on g7 and f6, and Marvel responded with knight takes d4. So what's his idea if white just takes back with their knight?
That's if white just plays knight takes d4, I would assume pawn at d2.
I'm an idiot. Why are we ever taking this knight and worrying about any sort of king safety? Of course, we're going to take the free queen.
Yeah, I feel like Chicken is pretty solid here. Now, if a pawn lands on d2, it would take two knights to get them. Knight at e4 and then knight at f3.
Covered. Oh, bishop g5, just saying, I'm going to take every single one of your pieces.
Yeah.
Have you been giving Chicken the extra training sessions to prepare for this match?
No comment. Oh yeah, I can give a shout out for True Player and Chicken. We'll do True Player first.
We have an early queen trade here. Which team is this going to favor?
Let me just double check to see. Chicken is not streaming this, it looks like. But I will shout him out in a minute too.
Yeah, so now Zyxon wants pawn at g7, but he's not going to get it because they're down time. And if you don't get this pawn, then you basically just hung your pawn on h6.
He could move his knight out of the way and play bishop takes h6, potentially. So like, maybe knight takes d5, although that does put the queen on a better square pointing at g2, so...
You could also go like knight h5 to threaten mate, but moving this knight anywhere does lose some coverage of the light squares near the king.
Yeah. That lets him get the queen in. I'm a little bit surprised, but oh wow.
Yeah, I like
that's
Chewy's. Oh, knight f5. Maybe I don't like Chewy's position.
Yeah, I mean, now I like Chewy's position.
I liked it the whole time. I'm glad we spent that entire game liking Chewy's position collectively.
So our score is 7-6, favoring Marvel and Chewy. So here we see the benefit of Zyxon's Fiend Shadow line, which he's played for years and years, is that he has some walk-in space for his king.
Why is his king so safe on d7? I feel like this violates all of the principles of Bughouse, but you know, his king is probably the safest king on the entire board right now. Yeah, Chu was forced to take with f-pawn there. The queen had to stay covering the f1 square.
Zyxon would like material to attack, but again, he's down time. It's just hard to be uptime when you're playing against Chewy and Marvel.
The good news though is he's got a relatively safe king.
I think Zyxon's king is less safe than before. I think he has to play maybe queen e7 here, but a knight could land on f8 or f6. Or even a pawn, even a pawn on g7 first, just to get in there.
Oh, this is interesting, taking advantage of the fact that Zyxon has no pieces to drop, and Zyxon does not care, just plays bishop to d4.
So what can Marvel take it? Marvel can take a bishop.
I think Chicken's the one who needs to be trading pieces here, because if no flow comes at all, I think Chewy's happy on the second board. He just promotes to queen. Let's see.
Yeah, now Zyxon needs to be... Oh, wow. He's moving his king up.
King c6. And Chewy is just taking the pieces.
A chicken attacking with initiative.
I think Zyxon should be awarded 1 point for playing king to c6 and not getting mated. I think that's only fair.
Chicken has mate. Oh, he should have taken the knight to help his partner out in the process. Now he is. Oh, okay.
Nah, Zyxon's a true king to c6. It was the play all along.
Okay.
Weirdly
7
enough,
all.
it was a solid defensive move. Is there a win by 2 condition in this match, or is it just straight to 25
no,
wins?
Straight to 25.
Ooh, that could set for some serious drama.
It could. And we've had some close matches before.
Yeah, so Chicken wants some diags to throw on d2 and e2. And Marvel and Chewy are going to sit it down and force Chicken to move.
I think, well...
So I think he doesn't want to just take on f8 and then lose his knight on d4 and just beat down material, but he'd still have a pretty good position there.
I think Chicken exploited a pre-move there. Or no, maybe not. I guess that pawn came afterwards, but certainly Marvel did not play the best move.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for them. Unless Chewy's just mating. Let's see. Yeah, how do we attack the king on this square, though?
I would, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I guess Chewy can afford to spin the move not attacking because the queen covers the squares near his king, so he shouldn't ever be getting mated.
Oh, that vacated the b4 square. That's going to be pretty bad for Zyxon. Yeah, he defends again. Oh, Chicken gets it done. 8-7. Chicken and Zyxon pulling ahead.
Yeah, let's see how Chewy and Marvel respond to being down in the match. All right, I have no idea what just happened on Chicken and Marvel's board, but lots of pieces were traded, I think.
They traded everybody.
All right, Chicken is sack sitting, and this.
I do want to point out, I see a free pawn on b7. Oh, okay.
There's no way that you just said there was a pawn. Chuck, his king was on e7, man. Chuck, please do not point out that there's a free pawn on f6, or I will scream.
Honestly, I think bishop at h6 is a good move because it defends d2 at the same time. Always looking for multi-purpose moves. I would play bishop at h6 followed by knight takes f6, which is a free pawn.
Yeah, this time scramble I don't think favors Chewy and Marvel, but I think they're forced to set it down. While they are the faster team, I think their position is going to be virtually impossible to play because Marvel's going to have to make sure he's not getting mated.
So you think Chicken is waiting for a rook? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that the rook is the rook forced. Yeah, the rook looks forced for Zyxon. So
if he is waiting for rook, I don't understand why he doesn't throw in bishop at h6. Like, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Pawn g7 was a good pre-move from Marvel, but yeah, this is Marvel can't survive this.
Yeah, Chicken's king is very safe. Marvel's king is undefendable.
How is Zyxon's king always in the middle of the board and always just completely safe? I
would consider e5 if I'm Zyxon. Oh, he does it.
Yeah, Zyxon here, I'd be looking to get my king to as disrespectful a square as possible. So I'd try to take the e pawn and play like king f6, king g5.
Get off the channel. This MGMG.
All right, this is the first time we've had a 2-point match lead in a while.
Yep, favoring the old timers.
I'm really looking to win this match in hopes of crushing the opponent's morale. But these are all seasoned players, so I doubt that a match deficit will be enough to get them to start playing worse.
I mean, oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say a rook was good for Zyxon before, because there was a funny rook at h7, knight check, queen takes rook idea. But
Ooh,
that was well in the past. Queen mates for Chewy. Chewy is up time. I think Chewy should sit.
Oh, he's up a lot of time. Yeah, no, this
and
is
there's
over.
The queen. Yep, that's mate.
Yeah, nice recovery from Marvel and Chewy.
So we're at 9-8, favoring Chicken and Zyxon.
Oh, we have another double sack set alert. I'm ready for this. But I think this is going to be yet another successful double sack set because they both have very good positions.
Yeah, and they're up 1 second. A bishop crushes for Chewy. And he castles. Interesting.
Yeah, there was no universe where I wasn't taking on g7 as Chewy in that position. But
yeah,
that's
probably why it worked out though. I mean, I like his move.
Oh yeah, it's a very strong move. I just never in a million years would I have the patience to play a move like castles in that position.
9 all tied up again. And we're Queen about D2. A third of the way through the match here.
Yeah, so I believe Queen D2 was a mouse slip from Marvel, and
where did he intend to go? Oh, the mouse slip worked D2. Out. Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully we see a lot more mouse slips.
I'm also happy to report that one F3 has been played a total of 0 times since that one game.
Yeah, so I guess I was wrong with my prediction.
Unfortunately, there is still time. And, I will be, if a single player plays one F3 moving forward in this match, I will be rooting for them to lose.
I think Zyxon did not realize that bishops move backwards. Still he has queen takes knight, and he has a good position.
Queen G5 though, very scary move. Now they've switched up to mating on the second board.
Yeah, good strategy. Oh, Zyxon says timeout. Timeout, everybody.
Wow, what a match. And we're not even at the midway point yet.
Zyxon says bathroom 3 minutes. As you may recall, Marvel was smart enough to go to the bathroom before the match. Zyxon did not get saddled up with an adult diaper, so short bathroom break.
Zyxon hasn't even been at his full power. He's been finding these moves while needing to go to the bathroom.
He has.
I think he's going to return from this break at 2,800 strength.
No doubt.
But we'll see if we have the counter bathroom break from Chewy to level the playing field here. Yeah, so what are your overall observations of the match so far? Like, how would you evaluate what's been happening?
I mean, I think there's a few stories going on so far. First of all, Chewy and Marvel, clearly the faster team. Chicken and Zyxon, just the fact that it is like so close is very interesting. Like no one's running away with it. It's very competitive. Early in the match, it looked like Chicken was going to try some very weird openings, and Chicken was going to have like a very unsafe king practically every game. But he seems to have switched it up. I wonder if he came to that conclusion on his own, or if there was a stern talking to from Zyxon. We may never know.
Maybe our spies in their call will
We
be
do
able
have
to
a
let us know if there
spy
was.
embedded in their call.
Yes. Yeah. And were there any spankings involved if there were a stern talking to? It's just the people need to know this information.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I think that the Chicken and Marvel board is really going to be determining the match moving forward. Zyxon and Chewy, both two of the best supporting players at all, like of all time, like both incredibly strong chessers, both very good at forcing pieces. But a lot of the fireworks have been happening on the top board here.
Yeah.
And
just to be clear, the top board is Chicken Marvel. For those of you who can't see ratings due to chess.com's weirdness.
I forgot. Chat is blind.
Zyxon is back. J Killer has been asking Horko for the new bet-in lines based on our, I mean, they're calling it a halftime show, but I would call it a third time show, maybe. He's looking pretty good for Zyxon.
Yeah, so it
And
looks like
Chicken is
Horko's
attacking
saying
too. Yeah, I'm liking Chicken's
Marvel
Zyxon
and
here.
Chewy are 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I mean, Queen takes Bishop. Bishop in, just crushing. So I think you were correct. The bathroom helped. Hold on. We're getting a 30-minute challenge. Let me go ahead and block that person. And we'll decline the match. Go die in a fire.
Maybe
I guess at this point I should point out, as I like to, but I haven't yet this stream, the chess.com is 30 years behind the rest of the internet in allowing you to set seeks based on the types of games you want. Orko making a bold prediction. He says whoever wins this match will win the finals.
Remind me again, who are the other teams?
By the way, Queen takes knight followed by knight check, wins the piece, and we've seen it. So the other teams are Penguin and Wormpaka, and they're going to be playing against GSBC and Larso. So that's 3 GMs and an IM in the other semifinals bracket.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah, I think I would agree with Horko with Chewy and Marvel or Chicken and Zyxon being the slight favorites if they go on to win this match. But I could see any of those teams winning this tournament easily.
GSBC and Larso is quite a strong team, and Larso has been playing a ton of Bughouse recently, and been playing a fair amount with GSBC too. So I think GSBC and Larso are pretty well in practice. Wormpaka plays a lot of Bughouse. Penguin not so much, but Penguin just has so much natural talent and speed. So we'll see. I think they're all very strong teams. The Chicken wants pawns, but he could always force a queen trade if it benefits his partner. Right now, Chewy seems fairly safe. And Chewy's up time. I think Chewy's just sit in to deprive Chicken of stuff.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Marvel trying to eat up that pawn chain. A pretty strong move with no blocker in Marvel's hands. Zyxon going to try to deprive him of that blocker. At least if he moves
Yeah,
here.
I don't see how Chewy is ever getting blocker here. Oh, nice anti-pre move from Zyzon. Yep.
All right,
Test, test.
13-10. Chicken Zyzon starting to pull away a little bit. I do see a free pawn on d5 for Marvel. You see that pawn there?
Nope, I don't see a single free pawn. I can't
Fair
see
enough.
anything at all. All I see is the king on e2.
Hey, Prairie. Yeah, I just play Bughouse. Well, I mean, I don't play chess. I play a few other things, but 99% Bughouse.
We're starting to see some separation from Chicken and Zyzon.
Yeah, 14-10. Pulling away. And that historically has been what happens when Chicken plays matches. And again, Chicken may be a little bit out of practice, but historically what would happen with any partner is Chicken would feel out his partner, feel out his opponents, make adjustments, and if it started out even or if he started out losing, he would just pull ahead the more games were played. This adaptation is Chicken's best strength. Why do I not play normal? Do you see Bughouse is like a ton more? Why does anyone play normal chess? Is a better
Because
question.
he doesn't hate himself is the answer to that question.
Oh, apparently Zyzon had a mouse slip in here somewhere.
Yeah, Zyzon's getting chessed, I believe.
He is, but we see an NM playing an FM, and my money usually on the FM in that matchup.
Mine would be too, but the NM does have an extra rook, which is going to sway things a bit. But Zyzon is doing a good job lasting. The time's going to be even soon.
He has an extra rook for 4 seconds, and after 4 seconds, that extra rook not going to be as much of a factor.
Yeah, I think Chewy was planning on getting into a position where pieces would be crushing. And now we're going to see if Chicken can hold material to keep Zyzon safe. But yeah, Chewy actually has attacking chances and all of the material. All right, someone get Zyzon a pawn for e7 at least. He's earned that much.
He deserves a pawn. Unfortunately, he will not get that pawn. Old Harry has some ideas.
Oh, yes, I believe in you, Zyzon. You can make it h5. No, Chewy's a monster. Let the pawn get to h8. That was a gross miscarriage of justice. Harry did not deserve to be treated like that.
Hopeful Harry, yeah.
All right, once again, I have no idea what is happening on any of the boards. Oh, bishop a6, I'm sorry, bishop a3 I like a lot. Controlling a bunch of his dark squares. Chewy does not care. Just takes material. Queen h5 I also like a lot.
Wait, what do you mean Chewy doesn't care? Chewy's the one who played bishop a6.
I don't know how to read, Chuck.
Okay.
I regret to inform you of this.
Okay.
Their names aren't even similar. I just literally cannot read. have a fancy queen trade. Does chicken have anything in this position here?
Zyxon would like a few pieces. Like even a pawn good for Zyxon. Oh, but without that pawn, now Zyxon's material disintegrates.
All right, Marvel forcing queen here. Oh, they're up a ton of time, and Chewy is just going to mate with this.
Yes. I see in the chat, iBrat is a Chewy fan, Ladybug a chicken fan. Our score is 14-12. Marvel and Chewy catching up a little bit. Chicken
Yeah,
and
I need
Zyxon
this
still
game
in
to
the
go
lead.
to the very last game.
Chewy has a bit of a pawn
Oh,
factory.
bishop at f8. Oh, this looks extremely dangerous.
I'm not sure why he played bishop takes pawn there. I would have played knight at h5 instead.
You want your knight on the f6 square instead?
Well, it doesn't matter. It was a few moves ago.
Yeah, Chicken's hanging on for dear life here. King e8, all right, he's going to allow a rook to mate him, but Zyxon should not be able to hold it. Yep. I think a bit of miscommunication there. Chicken went for a dangerous line, which might have been his best option, but yeah, Zyxon definitely had to hold the rook there for at least a turn.
Yeah, our score now 14-13. And we are really at the halfway point here. First to 25.
Oh, accent alert. I love when very solid players like Zyxon sax it, because it's very often they're sax setting to just win material and make their opponent unhappy.
But by the way, we do see I mean, we started a little bit late, but we're at like about an hour mark here. So I would imagine that it will take near the full 2 hours for this 25 game match. Freaking castles to safety. Chicken's gonna have an attack on the light squares here.
Yeah, as Marvel reflexively play rook to a1, I don't believe it actually does anything, but I'm going to play it. Never mind, I'm a genius. It's the best move in the position.
Oh, well, I don't know
Takes
about that
on
one.
Chicken
Whoa!
is insane.
What?
Chicken is a lunatic. There's no shot he took on.
No, but Zyxon is up time 4 seconds.
Yeah, and he's going to live. Oh my god!
Not only is he gonna live, but like there's a lot of great moves for Chicken to like defend him, even without putting like a pawn at d2. Like knight d5 is funny, things like that. But of course he has like all the tempo in the world with pawn at d7, so forth. I think Marvel's gonna have to consider just like taking the queen. Knight takes queen.
Surely you're dying instantly, which is anything at d7.
Well, Zyxon also mates immediately with the queen.
Yeah,
I think Zyxon just waits for the queen. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, they just get flagged there, but that was they had to sit that down. That was just insane by Chicken, insane and good.
Oh, we have a 10-minute challenge. Let's go ahead and block this person. Go ahead and decline. Go Dynafire.
Chicken wins before.
Bughouse Knight says there's too much sack sitting going on.
Okay, ban Buckhouse. There's no such thing as too much sack sitting. No, from a strategic perspective, he's probably correct. From an entertainment
These pawns
perspective,
on the
though, I hope
7th
this.
are so dangerous. And his bishop defends him. So I think chicken's on solid ground here.
Yeah, Marvel has to get some sort of attack going here because I can't imagine there's a way to defend this long term. Which is why we see Chewie playing very risky move like pawn c3 or taking on c3 rather. I don't even see what would mate for Marvel because even like rook plus knight isn't doing it here. So I think
Yeah,
this is gonna
just
be another one.
Marvel doesn't have much of an attack at all. Well, I disagree. I mean, rook plus knight does do something. You could play the rook first at e8 and then knight check. Then when king goes
Yeah, the
over, you have
problem is
rook
he
here.
goes to g8 and promise my bishop covers the f8 diagonal, so I can just block, and I'm still
Yeah,
alive.
maybe you're right. Time very close.
But I don't know what. Oh, just promoting here. Yeah, very strong from chicken.
Well, it does give Marvel a semblance of attack. You could play rook takes f7, start checking with knights.
If we ever learned anything about chicken, he does not care, even a little bit. Is he made it here? Let's see, rook h4, not quite. This is a huge game.
Rook mated, it looked like before, when the queen was cut off.
Wow.
What
Yeah,
happened? Was that a
Marvel
flag, or what happened?
Yeah, it was. I wasn't even watching the clocks. I was. I
Neither
was
was
so
I.
enamored with the chicken and marble board. That was. Oh, I think that was a really important win for the Marvel and Chewy team.
It was. We're now at
Because
15-14. Anyone's match.
I with the way these last few games have gone, though, I do think I'm starting to favor Chicken and Zyxon. It seems like they're getting the better positions a little bit more often here.
I agree. New Duke asking about 2-minute bug. So at the higher levels, they tend to prefer 2 minutes because there's so much sit-in involved. Like if they get a tiny advantage from getting a piece, they will sit all the way down for that piece. And they figure it's a waste of time to sit for 3 minutes when they could sit for 2 minutes or 1 minute. At my level, though, I actually use the time to think, so I prefer 3 minutes.
All right, I think this is going to be a mate from Marvel here with queen at e1.
Yep.
Yep, very clean mate.
Indeed, we're at 15 all.
Game. Oh, we have an attack brewing on the second board.
When he doesn't take the rook.
Right,
I don't know about that one.
Completely ignoring
Zyxon's king looks a little questionable.
Yeah, we are getting all of the sack sitting. But the chess sack sitting where we play pawn at g2 and win a rook afterwards. All right, I approve.
Chewy just has a super safe king.
He does, and he's won quite a few pieces. Yeah, Marvel's under attack here, so if... I think that was some miscoordination. Marvel probably wanted
Bishop is very good for chicken in that it checkmates. And
Wow, I
Chewy
did
goes for the
not see
draw.
that coming.
Okay. 15 and
Honestly,
a half, 15 and a
probably a
half.
good decision. Yeah, like if Chewy isn't winning in chess on that board, even if Marvel doesn't get made immediately, long-term his position is just going to be impossible to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot
Position is
of pieces.
asking how much better you've gotten at Bughouse by not playing.
Oh, my ELA is it's definitely improved by a solid like negative 300 points, I would assume. Like, I've taken not playing Buckhouse very seriously. Yeah, so Chicken has a bunch of material on the second board,
Marvel
and
wants Rook plus Knight, but I don't think he's going to get that.
yeah, this is incredibly tough position for Black to play here. I think Chicken's just going to slowly win all the pieces with his extra material in hand.
I think he's going to quickly win all the pieces.
That's a good point, actually. This game is extremely over. Yeah, Bishop E3 makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I think that's a reasonable resign there.
See, I know a lot of players, yourself included probably, really like to see the type of Bughouse where there's a lot of Saxon and attacking and so forth. Me, I just like seeing someone take all of the pieces on the board. So, like, that last game was really my jam.
Yes, you enjoy watching the will to live drain from your opponents as they lose everything they have.
100%.
All right, we have a chess alert on the top board. Marvel has played King H1, Rook G1. And Chicken following up with the chess attack of developing his bishop to H3. Unheard of.
I assume we see Knight F5, Bishop takes, Bishop takes.
Yeah.
Whoa. What?
Of course.
Queen at E7 just seems absolutely crushing now. I think Queen at E7 just mates. Because when King goes down, I think you have Knight check followed by Bishop check. And that's just mates.
So after Knight D6, he's going to play King B8. And on Rook B1, he's going to block with something on B6. I think he's holding on just barely. Yeah, we'll see King B8 here.
Rook over, yeah.
But yeah, surely this was not the play.
Maybe Bishop has to go back to F1. Yeah, I think you take with the B Rook to defend.
Yeah, now we'll get like a worse version than if the Bishop had just taken on F5 to begin with, but.
Yeah, man, I like Marvel's attack here. He's getting the Rook in too.
Yeah, and this King's extremely safe.
I think he could just, well, he could either.
He probably wants to.
He probably wants to retreat that Bishop somewhere, or maybe even Bishop D8, temple the Queen.
Or we have a time scramble though. I don't love Bishop D6 here because I think King safety is all that's going to matter down the stretch here, especially when you're the faster team. Zyxon not able to get material for Chicken to attack with, so I think this is going to be a win for Marvel and Chewy.
And it was 16 and a half all tied up. Position, yes, I am a fan of Clean House.
Yeah, Clean House is fantastic. Right, so, yeah, this is crushing it.
Yeah,
Marvel
there's no
has to
defending
play
this.
Queen at H8 and hope that. Oh, nope, now there's a diag, so nothing to be done. Yeah, the only way to survive in that position is sacking a piece on h8 immediately and not letting a diag come to mate you.
Yep.
Yeah, bishop c3 from chicken here. Yeah, I like his position. He's got a lot of material for the queen and still has...
And a lot of tempo.
Yeah, very... Yeah. Yeah, we can... Maybe we don't want to take this knight on g4. Sorry, this
Well,
rook on
a rook
g4.
is good for chicken. If he gets a rook, then knight takes rook is a threat of rook at h2.
Indeed. I
don't think a rook is coming
bishop
down.
h3 I like a lot. Yeah, you still win the rook and you have more pressure with it. Let's look at the other board. Zyxon's under some pressure though, but he gives up the material to keep king safety. I really like that decision from Zyxon.
Yep. I think he needs to make some luck for his king by getting his bishop out, so his king can go to b1. Oh, yeah, he's attacking instead.
Bishop.
That bishop came out. You can even grab that queen.
Yeah, because Marvel needs to defend h2 and g1, and he quite literally cannot with the pieces he has, which is pretty funny. Yeah, which is why we see the extreme king d7 from Chewy trying to get...
I think he could potentially. I think rook check followed by bishop at h4.
Okay, well, now he's dead. H4, we just block.
How highly ready can you get without ever giving checkmate on your board? I think you could get pretty up there. I mean, I guess informally done that challenge many times in the past. Honestly, if you watch my streams, very often when I'm partnering lower rated players and trying to teach them Bughouse, so if I'm partnering like 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that, like I will have mate for like 20 moves in a row and just keep taking pieces instead.
You're an actual sociopath. Just like, I have to imagine your opponents are just begging you to end their suffering.
I mean, it's hard to know for sure. It's possible opponents think that like I missed it, like, oh, what a moron. This guy mismade again.
Yes, say this. All right, so for any of you players out there that run to Chuck in the random pool, know that he could end your life at any time. He just wants you to suffer. Oh, what's happening? Zyxon has a really strong attack here. And see what's happening on Marvel's board.
Well, Chewy would like, I guess he wants rook plus knight. It's like impossible for him to defend, so he's got to attack. Even a rook is just very good for Chewy.
Yeah, rook plus queen also would be strong for us.
Yep.
All right, let's see what's actually forced there. Can Chicken afford to just play? I guess the queen is being hit, yeah. So he can't just play like king f3. Let's see. So Chicken just plays king f3. Then there's like bishop takes g4, and then we trade the queens. Okay, so now they're committed. So now 2 rooks doesn't do anything anymore, so they need the rook plus knight. And I think they're gonna get it. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, Chewy had to move because they were downtime, and Zyxon mates while Chicken has 0.5 seconds on his clock.
0.5 to 0.1. Hey Juice Bowl, the score is 19.5 to 16.5, favoring Chicken and Zyxon. 19.5 to 16.5. Yeah. And it's first to 25.
Yeah, Chicken and Zyxon are handling these time scrambles extremely well, and I think part of the reason is because all these time scrambles they have the better position, and they're doing a good job making it really hard for their opponents to move freely and just exert their advantage in speed.
Yep.
Okay, so Chewy and Zyxon's board looks how Chicken and Marvel's board has looked for all of the other games. They said we're tired of playing solid. We're just going to try and kill each other. And Chewy plays F3, not giving any cares about his king safety. And I believe
Yeah, it's
be
gonna
fine.
work out for him because Zyxon does not have like a knight or a rook to get in there.
Yeah. Zyxon King D3. All right, I've become a believer. Last time I doubted him when he brought his king to a square. I thought
I'm
he
a
would
doubter
surely
here.
fall.
I don't think he can survive this.
I want to doubt him, but he
Well,
played King
now
C6 and they won.
now he has a knight, so it's within the realm
Yeah,
of
with the bishop.
possibility. What
Are
is
we going to
that
try and
bishop
go for
move?
draw strats?
What was that bishop move about? It just seemed like a free piece.
I honestly think he wanted King H8, Pawn G7, Bishop H8.
Okay, now a knight mates for Zyxon. And a rook is also very good, but
his knight is forced, but okay, we have another one of these time scrambles, but oh, this is I think that this time scramble is going to favor Chewy and Marvel because it's very straightforward. Chicken has a 50-50 because he doesn't know which knight is going to be taken.
yeah.
And also, Chewy can safely pre-move anything he wants because there's literally no check. Yeah, I think I'm going like under 1 second, and I'm probably going to play Queen B8. Yep, up. Marvel and I are on the same wavelength. Yep, nicely done.
19.5 to 17.5, favoring Chicken's Zyxon. Chicken is a dirty sack sitter.
I think Chicken might be the rare clean sack sitter because he's also greedy and materialistic, so he pays for his sins. I'm just kidding. Chicken is definitely a dirty sack sitter, as are all of the sack sitters.
I mean, they're down a bunch of material here. Wow, okay, offering the queen trade, but Chicken put in the vice grip on Marvel's king.
Yeah, they are gonna to be careful not to get down too much.
Oh,
Nice. I didn't even see the queens were offered there. Yeah, it seems like a bit of miscommunication from Chicken and Zyxon, not realizing queen could be taken.
yeah. 19.5 to 18.5. It's still anyone's match. I agree with you, slow sack sitter. See, there was actually a revelation I had after I'd been playing Bughouse for, I don't know, maybe 8 years or so. And like previously, I thought that there were players who played solid, and there were other players who sack sit. But then I realized there was a new breed of players called sack movers, where they would sack, they create a positional weakness, but then they wouldn't just sit there doing nothing. They would continue making strong chess moves. And
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays the new breed is there's a lot of sack movers.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think anyone is a pure sack sitter at this level because unless you're sitting for pieces to mate, just doing nothing for 5 seconds is going to be a death sentence for you. But I think the moniker sack sitter just sticks because it's almost tradition that if you sack in the opening, you must be branded as sack sitter.
Yeah. Juice Bold is the first to 25. Thanks for the follow from
casually
Casper.
playing chess here and taking all of the pieces. Oh, and he's up 8 seconds. Yeah, this is over. So clean defense from Marvel here, playing the king on f1. Yeah, Zyxon's doing a good job. Like he's playing a chess position down a million pieces, but he's kept his king safe and made it so that
until
like,
now, he had kept his king safe. Now bishop takes
I feel
pawn.
like he was definitely listening. He just wanted me to look like an idiot.
But I mean, Chewy's not taking the pawn, so maybe it'll work out. Finally takes the pawn.
Yeah, Chewy's king has been safe, so I think he's going to go for an attack, and we'll see if
Pawn
Marvel can feed
mates
him.
for Chewy.
This is another time scramble that I think is going to favor the side of Chewy and Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, Chewy just takes here. I don't think I agree with that decision.
I think Zyxon could very well win. Nope.
Oh my gosh! I see double
0-0. Like, yeah, I see zeros for everybody.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize how low the clocks were. I guess they did sit it down.
Oh, who won? Marvel and Chewy won that last game. So we are at 19.5 all tied up.
Yeah, Zyxon is doing the Zyxon thing again, where his king's in the middle of the board, but he's perfectly safe.
Yeah, there's a weird dynamic in Bughouse where very new players, low-rated players, think that Bughouse is just like chess, and they play it like chess, and they'll try to castle as soon as possible. And then when you get to like the 1,000 to 1,500 range, there's a lot of Bughouse players who have played a fair amount of Bughouse and are deathly afraid of castling because they've been made it so many times after they castle, and they're like, "Oh, you can't castle in Bughouse. That's like a chess thing." And then at the higher levels, people are like, "Castling's fine. This is just like chess. Just castle. Tell your partner to hold a little material. It'll be okay." And I feel like maybe Firefly is the next level up after that, where he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna castle."
Once you truly ascend, you revert back to the original starting position of castling being unsafe. So what is... So Marvel wants heavy here. Yep, he's going in. Oh, King E1, very nice. This doesn't do anything because the knight still covers. Oh, are we going to go for the
draw?
draw?
Draw is coming. That's my prediction.
I don't think that this works though, because now on knight d3 I can take. Yeah, and you don't have any more knights, so my king just sits on one. And yeah, the clocks aren't low enough. Yeah, so no surviving that position.
Our score now 20.5 to 19.5, favoring Chicken Zyxon. First to 25.
Is there a consolation match for third place?
There
is.
Is
this
yes.
Oh, okay. It's good. So this won't be the last we see of these teams regardless, but
Very
still
true.
a lot on the line over these next couple of games. Both these teams really want a chance to become the world champions.
Chewy seems pretty dang safe.
Yes, although at least one heavy is coming, but should be fine.
Yeah, I think Chewy's going to be fine. Chicken's still
we'll
being attacked pretty hard. Don't think Chicken can live through this, honestly. Knight mates Chicken.
Up there it is. Yep. High match. It's a brand new match. First to 5 wins.
Is 12T not playing? No, 12T is not playing. 12T does not play much Bughouse at all recently. Like, occasionally he'll come in the Discord and ask for a match, like, on a Saturday, and he'll play for a couple hours. But that happens maybe once a month. Yeah, I think he just doesn't have the free time to commit to something like this. He didn't play in the Crazy House World Championships either.
Wow. That's right. I remember hearing the final was between J-Kid and Cabbage.
No, yes. For a second I thought you said J Killer, but yeah, the J-Kid, Blitz Bullet, and Cabbage. Yeah, you're right. And Blitz Bullet was the defending champion because he had won last year.
Ah. Yeah. Marvel has a pretty sizable material advantage here, so we'll see if
I
Chicken
like
can...
moving the C Bishop, yeah, because now his Rook helps guard the back rank. Now you throw in a Knight check. And then,
Yeah, so...
well, I guess he would need a Knight to finish him off. So Chicken is going to have to try to get safe here.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is Chewy is going to sit so that Chicken doesn't get pieces to attack. So we'll see if Chicken can cook up some magic here and brew up an attack out of nowhere. Yeah,
He has to save some pieces for the back rank or castle, because I really feel like Marvel's going to be able to take all these pieces near his king, just with the threat of queen at A1.
Indeed. Yeah, the dark squared bishop is a very important piece here, because otherwise we'd have to worry about queen at C1 and queen takes D2. But all right, it looks like they're trading to attack on Chewy's board. So knight here looks very strong for Chewy.
And by here you say at C5? Is that what you mean?
Yes. I actually meant just like here in this position.
Oh, okay.
At C7, king E7. Chicken and Zyxon are now up time. Zyxon's been able to cover ups.
That does not look healthy for Zyxon.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a win for Chewy and Marvel. Yep, it is. That one was tough. I think their best chance was for Chicken to somehow get an attack going, but it's hard with only 5 seconds left on the clock.
Yep. So our score is 21.5 to 20.5. Oh, Ladybug saying Chicken slipped. And Ladybug may or may not be our hidden embedded reporter in the Chicken Zyxon call. Speedsters take it. Yep. Very true. And this rook move by Marvel, I think, was very good. It defended his king a lot while checking Chicken.
Yeah, it's definitely a high-class move. And he's just going to have some long-term pressure on the dark squares while having a completely safe king.
Oh, that's a fun move, because threatening bishop at h5 if you talk. Chewy winning a lot of material.
Yeah, I think, bishop at f6 makes a lot of sense here. Just take away the squares where Chicken can cover.
Yep.
Yeah, we even have ideas of queen h7 now. Yeah, we're not quite there because we need a heavy. Oh, yep. And we've got the heavy. And this is going to mate.
Yep.
All right, this is a pivotal game for Chicken and Zyzon. You don't want to be down 3 points with only 2 games left to go. I mean, let's be real, all of the games are pivotal at this point. With a match this close, you don't want to drop a single game.
I'll stop the presses. I have a 10-minute match incoming. Go ahead and block that person. Let's go ahead and decline. Go down and fire.
You playing a standard chess game would be such an event that I think that a lot of people would unironically stop watching this match to watch you play standard chess.
Never gonna happen.
So Chicken's Zyzon up some time here. Chicken has a really strong position. He's sitting for knight. And the knight is almost certainly going to be mating long term with like knight d5, king c6, and then we sit for more pieces.
Yeah, you could always bring the knight back to e7 after that. And
Yeah,
the king can never go towards the knight, or there's queen takes b7. So, looks pretty good.
As Chicken and Zyzon, I'd look to see if there's a way to avoid a time scramble here, but getting that knight is just so much value in the position that I think you almost have to sit down. But you're up 3 seconds with the stronger position, so you should be favored.
Yeah.
And Chu and Marvel don't have a choice because the second they give up knight, it's just a question of.
By the way, let me tell you a funny move. What about bishop at e7? And if rook takes queen, you have bishop takes d6. Should that be on their radar? What do you think?
So honestly, I think in a time scramble situation, I think that actually makes a lot of sense. We never play that early because you're solving a lot of the problems for Marvel, but I actually quite like this bishop at e7 idea. It's very devious. Yep, he gets the knight though, so no need. Oh, Chicken not quite able to get mate, but they're up 3 seconds, so this has got to be a win for them. Just any move from Zyzon is going to flag Chewy here. Okay, very good conversion by Chicken
for the Chicken team. I score now 22.5 to 21.5, favoring Chewy and Marvel. If Magnus agreed to play back. Magnus does play some Bughouse. He just plays it over the board. I mean, I have it on good authority at like a lot of these top GM events. They like in their rest days and late at night, they'll play some Bughouse, which is often at the urging of Levin Aronian, but Wesley So, Caruana, and some others like Bughouse a lot.
That is fantastic. We need more strong players advocating for the wonders of Bughouse.
This is not looking good for the Chicken Zyzon team.
Marvel just crushing position here.
Yeah.
Good king safety as well. Yeah, this is tough, and Zyzon doesn't appear to have anything going on their board. So
that is a discovered check for checkmate. The next move.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Right, but Zyzon and Chicken, both very experienced players. Neither of them are going to be flustered by being down 2 with 2 games to go. Okay, bishop e3, just. I think this might have been a miscalculation for Marvel. I
for
think
sure.
he was playing a take here and take on c4 afterwards, but yeah, he's just giving up the queen for 1 piece.
And Chicken's starting to get a bit of an attack. That's another piece for Chicken. Although Zyzon, a bit of a sack there. Oh, that's mate. Yep. Whoa, what?
Oh, the knight's
pinned.
The knight's pinned.
Oh, the knight's pinned.
I'll be real. I also thought that it was just mate there. That was a. I wonder. I wonder if that was all planned, and if Chewie saw this when he took the queen on d7.
So if you're chicken, do you put like a queen on d2 here?
So queen is going to
guess
mate his
not.
partner right now.
Oh
But
wow!
they're up.
They're up a
Time.
ton of time. Yeah, so chicken can wait for a knight. Knight at f5 looks pretty crushing.
Yeah, he. Yeah, I think what I most want is a bishop. Actually, I want to go queen d6 and then bishop c5, and then if the king can't run back to e7 and e8, then they're just getting mated there.
Oh, you just want to trade the queens off? Yeah, I mean, I guess even trading the queens off then castling is reasonable here.
The real question is there any move that is losing after trading the queens off? I think I can play king f1.
Let me put it this way. If it were me and I'm playing like in the random pool, I would look at trading queens and then queen at c4, because when you castle, you want that to be checkmate somehow. Like
oh yes, yeah. Marvel employing the strat of playing every singular check on the board to try and flag your opponent. They're getting close, but yeah, no, it's just gonna be mate there.
Nice mate by chicken. Oh, apparently we have another break. This break's slightly shorter than the previous one.
30-second break.
I mean, I've been at some. I think this has happened at some Bughouse gatherings. Like when you just have a chess clock handy, you want to time things. And I mean, I've told people like bathroom break, 30 seconds, be right back. And had people tell me, no way you can go to the bathroom in 30 seconds. And for sure I can. And the question is, what is chicken doing with this 30 seconds? What is your speculation? What is happening during this 30-second break? Our embedded reporter giving us some up-to-the-minute coverage is saying that he is getting a glass of water. Oh, Zyxon is taking a bathroom break, though. That may be more than 30 seconds. I don't know how fast Zyxon is.
Okay.
Oh, no, it is fast. Bathroom, be right back. Okay, ready. So that was a fast bathroom break. So by the way, our score right now, 23.5 to 22.5, favoring Chewy and Marvel. First to 25. And in 15 minutes, we have our next match. Oh, Chicken's 30 second was a fake 30 seconds, apparently. Oh, no, Chicken says he's ready. Chicken seems to have a pretty aggressive opening here. He probably wants pawns and knights. Bishop a3, a possibility. Oh, he's going to sack a bishop for pawn to weaken f6. Could we en passant here? He brings the queen back. That's a little surprising. What was pawn at c3? That had to be a mouse slip. And that's kind of a critical mouse slip. in these last few games. On at D2, of course, much better. Ladybug confirming it was a mouse slip. Yeah, Top Logic 0. The match almost over. 23.5 to 22.5. It's first to 25. But there's another match immediately after this. Take the queen. Whoa, what?
He wants all of the initiative.
Apparently.
Yeah, I think chicken's safe here. Or the very smart would need a knight, but all right, we see a win.
Not so safe. 24.5 to 22.5. A draw will win the match for Chewy and Marvel.
Oh, it would be so funny if this match ended in a draw.
I mean, if Chewy and Marvel are cognizant of that, they can go for a draw, try to get a repetition somewhere.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be really hard to force something like that, given how rare draws are in Bughouse. All right, Chewy employing the Zyxon strats of putting his king in the middle of the board. It seems reasonably safe, though not as safe as Zyxon is when he does this.
Chicken, not so safe. I mean, at this point, I think it's going to be a Chewy Marvel win.
Nice defense from Chicken, though, seeing that the rook is covering all of the knight checks on h5. But, oh, yep, this is going to be it.
And that is GG's.
What a match.
So we're going to put the final score in here. Final score is 25.5 to, what was this? 22.5? 22.5. Favoring Chewy and Marvel. That was our semifinals match. So Chewy and Marvel are going to the finals. But who will they play against? That question to be answered 10 minutes from now. I'll start in 10 minutes from now. We have our next match, which is GSVC and Larso versus Penguin and Wormpaka. So, Scary Snakes, I have an important question for you. Do you have a mouse?
I do not, but more importantly, I guess I technically do have one, but it's so far away from me.
I was going to try to solve the rating problem by playing 5 games in the next 12 minutes, but I guess that is not to be.
Chess?
No, not of chess, of Bughouse.
Oh god, okay. Playing chess would just make me sad.
Oh, but I never bothered to give Chicken a shout out, so let's get that done.
It looks like we have GS3C and Larso warming up for their match.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing to watch. Let's go do that. Okay. So first, I want to unfollow so we don't accidentally start things up here. We'll follow Larso.
We're playing against well-known Crazy House player Crazy 8 and Masta Snacksta, which is a goated username.
Yeah, that's definitely an alt, but I forget whose alt it is. Looks like Crazy 8 in the big group call right now. Oh, Larso and GSVC in the teaching channel on the house Discord. By the way, I assume you're all already in the house Discord. Let me send you a link in case people aren't in there. I'm assuming this link is still working. The long time link was deprecated. This seems to be 3-minute Bughouse instead of 2 minutes, which leads me to believe that
Yes.
they just jumped in the pool rather than arranging a match.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mate for Genna. Genna failed to take that free knight next to his king. Let's see who's in the pool.
Yeah, we could also maybe talk about the next match a bit.
Sure.
You said it was
Yeah, it's Larso and Genna versus Penguin and Wormpaka. Penguin and Wormpaka teamed up in the last BWC. They did not make it all the way last time. I forget how far they made it. We'll have our fact checkers get back to me on that one. But they frequently partner each other for events like this. I guess they're longtime friends. Penguin doesn't play much Bughouse, period. So people in the house Discord will regularly like mention him and ask him to play, but he's usually fairly busy, either with chess or work. I think he works in the financial sector, works long hours. Wormpaka, though, has gotten in the mix. So there was a period of like a few months where like every weekend and a lot of times in the middle of the week there would be games with 4 people in the voice chat, which would go for 100 game series, and then someone would have to leave, and rather than stopping, they would just sub someone in and keep going. And Wormpaka was a fixture in that scene for a while. Larso
awesome.
has also been playing like that frequently. Larso, by the way, has been playing Bughouse for quite a long time. He played back in the day on Fix. He was like a 2200 back then on Fix. And that was before he was GM or IM. I'm not even sure if he was FM back then. So that was like before a lot of his titles. And then he gave up Bughouse for like well over a decade. Well, at least a decade, I would say, to focus on chess. And it paid off for him because he got that GM title. But now that he's got GM, I assume he's retired from chess because, I mean, what's the point anymore? And he's come back to his roots, playing Bughouse constantly. And Larso, by the way, not afraid to mix it up. Like, there's a lot of, well, I don't know, maybe it's like half-half. Like, there's some high-rated players who just don't like playing with low-rated players, but Larso, he'll play with anyone. So I've seen him in the mix with people very high-rated and very low-rated. Top Boxes here does point out, even though he didn't take the free knight on D1 that we could all see, I'm going to highlight it for you guys, the free knight here, but he did checkmate with a pawn, so he has that going for him. And it was not even a dropped pawn, he pushed his pawn. So I can respect that.
Yes. Yeah. Checkmate with your opponent with the pawn for maximum disrespect is always the play.
Starfax says, what was Lager rated on? I'm not sure why you're asking about Lager, because we were talking about Larso. Larso and Lager are not the same person. But Larso's rated on Fix was, I believe, 2200, something like that. The original, the Lager, was like 1700 strength on Free Internet Chess Server. And on chess.com is, what is like the real Lager? He's like, I don't know, 1800, something like that. Chicken says Larso sometimes 2500 and fixed. Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe he was better than I thought. I see. I think part of it is he came back to fix like later on, like within the last like 6 months. Sometimes they'll get 4 players on the Discord and say, "Let's go to fix and play there." And of course, nowadays he is crushing there. But I didn't remember him being 2500 10 years ago. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But he's certainly that
Rain's a
strength
lot harder
nowadays.
to come by on the sticks.
And
So 2500 on.
and even when he came back to chess.com, I remember seeing Larso in the random pool, like 2-3 years ago, and he was around my strength, maybe a little bit less. So I beat him up a bit, and I can't beat him up anymore. He's just too good. He improved very fast, as usually happens with titled players. They pick up Bughouse very fast, and of course he was just rusty also because he played a lot before.
Yeah.
All right, I'm actually gonna end my stream and come immediately back because I want a clean VOD or video on demand for this new match. But I'll be right back, guys.